Hey guys, we're back talking about jazz trombone players now. Yeah, I don't know about this guy. He might be a jazz trombone player. I'm not sure. Sure isn't very tall though. First guy we're going to talk about, J.J. Johnson. I love this quote. There will never come a time when you don't have to practice. That's truth right there. Okay, J.J. Johnson. First guy really to embrace bebop as a trombone player. He could keep up. He started his professional playing career in 1941 in the band of a guy named Clarence Love. Wonder if he's a relation of McLovin. I don't know. About 10 years later, he'd been playing with a lot of folks, and he went on a tour during the Korean conflict in Japan and Korea with the USO. And that's the same organization that runs the entertainment for troops overseas. United Services Organization. It's pretty important role they play. He did a phenomenal duet album a few years later in 1954 with a guy named Kai Winding. And if you ever find that duet album, it will blow your socks off. I'm currently not wearing socks, and that could be why. Let's see. Flash forward to 1970. He dropped out of the jazz scene for a while so he could work on his film composing career. He was pretty well known in the industry and did quite a few soundtracks. Yeah, I'm not going to even try to list them all because it's too much. But the funny thing is, during the 1970s, he wasn't actively playing as a jazz performer, yet he still won Downbeat magazine polls for Best Jazz Trombone Player, based on his earlier recordings. That's a big deal. In 1987, he returned to playing jazz again. And he did it at the Village Vanguard, which was the kind of the hot spot for the 80s and 90s jazz scene. The tune that he wrote that's really his top jazz standard that everybody knows, it's called Lament. I think we have a version of it in our library. Maybe we'll pull it out and read it. There's also the Miles Davis album that J.J. Johnson played on, with Kai Winding was the other trombone player, called Birth of the Cool. And that was absolutely groundbreaking recording that he got to be a part of. And that probably set him off on his own path to being a composer. As a composer, he was very active not only in film scoring, but the jazz movement known as third stream. So stream 1 is basically classical music. Stream 2 is straight up jazz, bebop, Dixieland, all of that. The third stream is what they call that. It's like a fusion of the two. It's jazz but with orchestral musicians and like just an all brass group with no rhythm section, or it could be anything like that. Rhapsody in Blue is kind of an early version of that, but they really took it a lot further in the 60s and 70s. So it's pretty interesting. Here is J.J. Johnson playing a wonderful little tune called Old Devil Moon. Let me pull this up. Here we go. Hear how smoothly it goes back and forth between the straight 8 Latin feel and the swing feel. So that's J.J. Johnson for you. Probably one of the top 5 trombone players ever to have graced the earth with his presence. So we will look at some more. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.